Alright, it finally happened. Meet just dropped their full roadmap for January 2026 and it's way more packed than anyone expected. We're talking solo mode level 10, a brand new small region, big story beats, PvP and multiple limited time events all crammed into 1 month. Quick note before we jump in. Unfortunately, I don't have access to the Chinese server, so I won't be able to show you the new content in-game in this video, but on the plus side, that also keeps most of the big spoilers away. In this video, I'm going to walk you through everything week by week, so without further ado, let's get started. Let's start with week 1, January 4th. The headline here is solo mode level 10 unbound. This is our next difficulty spike and it comes with an item level bump, so if you've been sitting on upgrades waiting for something meaningful to push for, this is it. The best thing to do here is wait until 3 days before the new breakthrough, then start saving your energy. That way, once those 3 days are up, and the breakthrough goes live, you'll be sitting at maximum energy and can immediately jump in the new bosses and raids without having to wait for the energy to fill up. On top of that, we are getting Hero's Realm, Sorrow of Mortal Bound. The important thing about this update isn't just the harder bosses, it's the rewards. This is where the new gear progression tools come in, resources that feed into a seasonal shop with more targeted legendary gear and better tuning options instead of relying purely on random drops. If you care about mid-maxing, you'll want to start planning which slot you're weakest in and aim your currency at that first. Week 2, January 8th is where the calendar starts to get crowded. The Kaifeng campaign and legacy quests pick up again, which means more main story style content and usually a couple of good chunks of rewards along the way. More importantly, we get the Nameless General as a world boss, except a pretty flashy fight with dangerous AoEs and punishments if you stand still too long. And on top of that, Shanghu Martial Arts Games kicks in as a limited time event. This is the kind of event you log in for even if you're on a break, exclusive cosmetics like the Dreadful Mask and other event only rewards. If you're into fashion or just don't want FOMO later, mark this week. By the way, if you're enjoying this kind of content and want more Where Winds Meet guides, feel free to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the upcoming videos. Let's continue. Week 3 is stacked, and this is where the roadmap really opens the game up. On January 15th, we get Puzzle Cave, Mistveil Prison, think small focused dungeon that cares more about your awareness than your DPS meter. This is a good time to put away the skip everything and pull the room mentality and actually pay attention to the mechanics. If you enjoy exploring and solving things rather than just face rolling, this one's for you. On January 16th, the Guild Battle preseason starts. It's a structured PvP mode with its own point system and shop. The big prize a lot of players will chase is the Golden Guard armor set, one of the better looking non-cash outfits and something you can earn just by playing the mode consistently. If you've been thinking about setting up or joining an active PvP guild, do it before this date. Going in with a random guild will hurt. Then January 22nd unlocks the new region, Nine Mortal Ways base. This is the area that's currently blocked off with an under development tag near Ghostlight Market. When it opens, you're not just getting a new map, you're getting a compact zone full of mini missions, encounters, mini games, and its own challenge track with inner chests, echo jades, and other rewards. The whole area leans into that trickster prank heavy personality of Nine Mortal Ways, you know, those scammers, so expect weird events and NPCs meeting with you as you play through it. Week 4 is more laid back on paper, but still important. On January 25th, we get the story quest Whispers Beneath the Moon. It's more of a narrative-driven chain with a tragic romance vibe and a nice cosmetic reward at the end. If you usually smash the skip button on dialogue, this is one of those quests where it's worth slowing down for an evening and actually playing through it properly. On January 29th, 2 more events land. A Year of Abundance and Season End Dash. Year of Abundance is the big seasonal celebration. Think fireworks, generous rewards, and potentially some very valuable cosmetics. Season End Dash sounds like the final push event. This is where you dump remaining currencies, clear the last pages of your pass, and squeeze out any leftover progression before the next season and patch cycle kick in. So yeah. January is not a small patch month. We are getting solo level 10 and new gear systems into a world boss and events into PvP plus brand new region and then wrapping it up with the story and seasonal rewards. If you are returning or you've been on the fence, this is actually a really good month to jump back in. If this roadmap breakdown helped, feel free to subscribe and like the video and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers!